Once upon a time, in a quiet coastal town, there lived a young man named Leo. By most measures, Leo was ordinary, average in height with no remarkable talents, and a simple daily life. Yet inside, he carried a longing. He deeply admired people of wisdom, kindness, and inner strength. He spent his evenings reading about great thinkers, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and often wondered, how does one become like them? How does someone become truly admirable? One evening, while walking along the shoreline, Leo noticed an old man sitting on a rock, gazing calmly at the waves. There was something steady about him, something timeless, like the sea itself. Curious, Leo approached and asked, "How does a person become wise? How do you become someone worth admiring?" The old man smiled gently and said, "Sit with me, and I'll tell you a story. Long ago," he began, "there was a stonecutter who spent his days shaping rocks into beautiful forms. One day, he watched the king pass by in a golden carriage, surrounded by guards and wealth. The stonecutter thought, 'If only I were as powerful as the king.' To his amazement, a spirit heard his wish and granted it. He became the king. Now he sat on a throne, issuing commands and enjoying every luxury. But one day, the sun blazed so fiercely that even the king could find no comfort. He looked up and thought, 'The sun is more powerful than I am. I wish I were the sun.' Again, the spirit granted his wish. He became the sun, shining down over the land. But soon, a dark cloud drifted in, blocking his light. Frustrated, he wished to be the cloud, and so it was. He became the cloud, pouring rain, moving rivers, and flooding valleys. But then he saw that no matter how hard he pushed, the mountain remained unmoved. 'The mountain is mightier than I am,' he thought. 'Let me become the mountain.' And he did. As the mountain, he felt solid and eternal. Until one day he heard a faint tapping sound. Looking down, he saw a stonecutter chipping away at his base. Then it struck him. The stonecutter was stronger than the mountain, because he could shape it. With that final realization, he wished to return to who he was. And in doing so, he discovered a profound truth. To be admirable is not to become something else, but to patiently shape yourself into who you wish to be. Leo listened intently. The old man continued, "You admire wise and good people not because they were born that way, but because they made daily choices to become that way. Seneca was not born wise, he became Seneca through effort and practice. If you want to become the kind of person you admire, you must walk that same path." Leo asked quietly, "But where do I begin?" The old man replied, "With your choices. Every moment you choose. Will you act with patience or anger? Will you seek to understand or to judge? Will you face difficulty with courage or complain? These small decisions," repeated, "shape your character." From that day forward, Leo began to change. When anger stirred, he paused. When laziness crept in, he remembered his goal. He no longer read just for knowledge, but for understanding, and applied what he learned. He saw his flaws clearly, but didn't hate himself for them. He simply worked on them, quietly, consistently. As months passed, he grew, not perfect, but different. Friends noticed a calmness in him. He faced hardships without panic, and helped others without expecting praise. One evening, a younger boy approached him by the sea, and asked, "How did you become so wise?" Leo smiled and replied, "Let me tell you a story about a stonecutter." And so, step by step, choice by choice, Leo became the kind of person he had once only admired, not through luck or magic, but through the quiet, steady work of shaping his own soul. The waves kept rolling onto the shore, unchanged yet always in motion, just like the path of becoming. And somewhere, in the distance, the old man watched, knowing that the lesson had taken root.